Hey everyone, hope you are doing awesome. Welcome back to my channel PEGAhut with another video. Thanks everyone for subscribing to my channel, and if you haven't hit the bell icon yet, please do so you won't miss any of my videos. Today we are going to continue discussing about activity intermediate part 2.2 video as planned. Today I am going to explain how to do the page list and how to set values in page list and activity. Before watching this video, I would strongly suggest you to watch my activity introduction part 1 and 2.1 video so you would understand the functionality in the right way. So without doing any further delay, let's get into it. To start with, what I'll do is I'll explain the use case on how on what we are going to do, and then we'll take it from there. So if you guys would have seen my data transform part 3 video, wherein I have made a use case, and I'm going to again do the same use cases in activity, wherein it got the complex logic, and I'm gonna little complex logic, and I'm going to show you that how it works. So let me first quickly run this one. So if you remember that I used to have one enter the task name. Now let's say I would say I need to go to market or something like that, and then I'll say add task. So the task will add over here, and wherein I'll have a checkbox and I'll have the task name whatever I have entered here, and then the task created date and time. Let's say buy egg or something is the checklist, task checklist that we are going to do. And then let's say we will say go home, something like that, right? So I got all the tasks in my pending task list. Now if let's say once I'm done and I finish, the moment I select one or more than one and I say completed, what will happen is this will be in the completed list, and also this will be deleted from the list, and in the completed list the date will be the completed date time, task completed date and time. So the moment I put completed, so the moment I click on completed, you'll see this has been deleted from the pending task list, and it is going to be added over here. I hope this is clear. So this is what we are going to achieve in activity, and let me show you guys how we're gonna do it. So to start with, what I'm going to do is I'll take the live UI and I'll just go to the section. You click on anywhere, it will take you the section. So I've clicked on and I went to this section. So this is the section which we have used, right? Now, if you remember, on click of add in the add task, if you double click on the add task, in the action and in the action, we got one event and one action. The event is click and the action is refresh. Now refresh here, I have put a data transform. So if you remember, what did I do in the data transform? So I have actually did a append and map to pending task detail. That means this is the pending task detail page list which I have, and then in that append and map to pending task detail, I have set checked as false. That's why user can select, and I have set the task name and also the current date and time. At the same time, I have also removed that a new task name, because so every time I enter, I don't want them to be here. I need this to be clean. So that's why I remove this one, and I no, this is something that I have just shown you guys in the letter phase, so we don't need to worry about it. So these are the things we are going to do. Now to how you can do that in activity, let's create an activity to start with. Let me put out an pending task detail. Let's say activity, right? And let's get rid of this one, data transform, right? Now you click on this one, and when you create that activity, let me go ahead and create that activity. Everything is as is. We are not going to do anything here. Now I'll create and open the activity, and just so that I won't miss the changes, I will save this one, and then I'll go back to the to-do list. Here I'll submit it, I'll check out, and I'll save it. Okay. Now let me go to the activity. Now let's write the same logic that we are going to achieve. What we're going to write, that we first thing we will see how how we have done the append and map to in this one, because that's a page. So pending task list is a page list here. So today I'm going to show you how you're gonna use the page list property in activity to, and what all code you need to write to iterate in page list or to add things in page list. This is what I'm going to show you. Okay. Now let me click on the page list, sorry, activity, and let me write the so my first step would be a property set over here, right? Now I'll say property set. Now what I am setting the property, I'm setting the property of this page list, and the page list is my pending task detail page list, right? Now this is the page list that I'm going to set. Now this page list has got three properties: checked, this one, and checked, and task date and time, and task name. Now when I should be doing this property set, when I, let's say, if I have some value over here, and if I have some value over here, during that time only I should be doing property set. If I do not have a value, then I shouldn't be, even if you click on add task, it shouldn't even execute the activity. So what I need to do is, the first thing is you put a condition over here, and to set the value, that's the task name that I have, right? Now what you, okay, first thing first, what I'll do, I'll check out first. Okay, yeah, I know, because it is there, so I'll check out, I'll save. Obviously it's going to give me error, so let me first write this code. So okay, no, I should be using this what is the expression builder here, what I should be using. So if you remember this property, so basically this property is nothing but my the property name is new task name. So I should be checking over here, new task name is, let's say, is not equal to blank, right? This is how you need to write, not equal to blank. New task name is not equal to blank. Then what should I do? I should say continue when, if it is not equal to blank. If it is blank, then what I should do? I should exit the activity, because I don't want this activity. Means if somebody accidentally click on add task without doing this, means I don't want that activity to be executed. That's why I put exit the activity. Now here I will show you how to write this pending task detail, right? Now how to add things in the page list. Now here you put pending task detail. Here you put checked, right? Now if I put checked, what I should write? I should write false, right? Now here I'll say pending task detail dot task date and time. Here what I am going to do is I'm going to set the current date and time. Okay, current date and time. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'll say pending task details now, and I'll put task name. In task name, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the same new task name inside the task name, right? So I'm going to set here new task name. Now tell me one thing, if I'll say this, what will happen? If I say this, there will be an error, you can see. Why? Let me show you first the error. Why? Because it's a page list property, and obviously you cannot write a page list property in this manner. So what you can do, page list property is always needed an index, right? Now let's say when a page list property needed an index, how do you know which index you're going to put, and on what index you need to you are going to put? Because see, if I put 1 right here, let's say if I put 1, and if I put 1, so what will happen is every time you add a task name, it will overridden in the first place. So that means you will always have only 1. So obviously this is not the right way that you should. First thing is, you should never hardcode this kind of index here. You should try to write in a different way. Now what is the different way that you should be writing? So Pega has got a lot of index. So I've just created a very short description over here, and I'm going to give you a very high level description here. I've got a request from a person where he has requested me to explain this in detail. So I'm definitely going to make another video maybe after the activity series and all. So at this video, for writing this set of code, I just wanted to explain you that we got indexes like append, last, insert, prepend, current to deal with our page list property especially. Now what does append do? So for example, when you, let's say in this case, I have got address as page list, right? Now I've got two address entry, address 1, address 2. If I say address append and enter, that means it will create another entry called address 3 in the same page list, right? I hope you got the append. Append is the simple word, is appending something, right? Now last, what does last do? Let's say in this example, I got 2, right? Now if I say address this last dot line 1 something xyz, then it will override this line 1, because last means it will go to the last index. Now in this case last index is 2, so it will update all the value of the last index. Now similarly, if I say insert and a number, right, x is nothing but an integer number. So what it does, let's say if I say insert 1 and then I say line 1 equal to xyz, then it will come here and update. If I say insert 2 and line 1 in xyz, it will come here and update. So basically you can insert is nothing but you give the index, it will try to find that index and it will try to update the same thing. Now prepend, what prepend does is prepend always, let's say you got address 1 line 1 here, let's say xyz, right? Now here address 2 line 1, let's say abc. And what I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to add another, when I say prepend, so what will happen is it will insert a column to the left, okay, it means it will prepend at the top. Now it will add address 1 obviously here, and then what it will do is it will change this index to address 2, change this index to address 3. So basically it is kind of adding a column at the front of in the page list, and obviously line 1 line 2 whatever you're going to give, it will be setting over there. Now current is nothing but the current index of a page list. Most likely you're gonna see this current is when you are iterating the page list in the activity, wherein you use this current index to fetch something. I hope that on a very high level it is clear. Now here, so what we are going to do is, no matter what, so we are always going to append my page list so that I get all the list of details in my page list property here, right? So that is the reason why we should be using append. Now let me go ahead and do append here and then see what happening now, right? Now I'll say, so okay, how you should be writing it? You should have these two bracket over here, and this is the syntax that you should be writing it. Okay, see, okay, there is an extra p. Okay, append is how you should be writing it. Now what I should be doing is I should be putting the same thing in every place. Okay. And then I should be putting this one in every place, right? Now let me save it. So now if I save it, obviously it's not going to give me any error, right? Now what I did is I put a when condition, I saved this one. Now I'll show you what is happening. Then I will show you what is right, what is wrong. So, okay. Now what happened is, let me close this one. All right. Now let me save and run. Now if I run, what I'll do is I'll also open the tracer for you guys to see. So what is happening? Now here I'll say need to go to the market, right? Now if I turn on the tracer, okay, and I click on add task, you see something fishy happened. So what happened is, basically you see there are 3 row inserted just because I put add task. And the first row, this was false, and the second row, this was false, but you got something called task created date, and in third row this one false and you have got task name. You must be thinking why it happened. Let me show you why it happened. So basically what happened is, if I go to the activity, so this is my activity, right? Add task to pending detail. So what happened is, when it's true, now in the py workplace, if you see, let me show you that page list property. Pending the task detail at one place, it has called, make the check test false. Okay. Pending task detail at second place, it has set the task date and time. Pending task detail third place, it has set the task name. Now why did it done that? So I hope everybody got here. I'll just show you in the clipboard also how does it look like, just so that you can understand. If you expand py workplace, if you see pending task data, can you see there are 3 entry, 1 2 3. The first entry you got, see, because checked is a boolean, obviously first entry here I have set the value of the checked is false. Okay. And the second entry, so first append is done. Now second, when it append, what it did, it created another entry in the clipboard, and for that particular page list, it appended the task date and time. And third entry, when I say append, it created another entry and appended the task name in the same order that we have written. But you don't want that to happen. You want everything to go and sit in the same place. Because of that, what you should do is you should always write the first one as append, because you created that first one as pending task detail 1, and you appended with that's a false. Now if I want to add over here, that means what I need to do is I need to use last here at this point. So because it's a page list and it has got three property, okay, the first I want to create all this the index for the first time, and after that once the index created, I need to use last, so that what will happen, this three information goes and sits under the same index. I hope this is clear. Now what I'll do is I'll also, okay, this is also written. I'll also write a property remove to make sure I'm removing the task name. Okay, so property remove, and I'll write in that new task name is I'm removing. Okay, now I'll save it. What I'll do is let me go ahead and create another case so that I can show you. Right now, let's say if I say now need to go to the market, then the moment I say add task, can you see now it worked? So basically, so what, again I'm repeating, what you need to do is you need to append only for the first element, and then you need to use last and last to make sure that you are entering into the same index number for a page list. This is bit crucial, and those indexes are very much crucial for you guys to understand. So I'll definitely make a video and I'll explain more about that on how does it work. But I think for the timing, you already understood about append and last. Okay. Now let's go to the next step. So what is the next step? So we have built this already. So let's say, you have added all the tasks. So next step is, so let me save this. Okay. And then I'll close this one. So next step is if I select multiple thing, then let's say I'll say add task or something. Now, if I select multiple thing, if I click on complete, then those things will be deleted from this and will be added under completed list, right? This is what we are going to achieve. Now, how to achieve that? So what I'll do is I'll go to the completed one. I'll go to the action. What I'll do is I'll open this one. So if you remember what I did on the other thing is, first I appended and mapped to the completed task list, and then obviously for each page in pending task detail, right? Now after I get all the details based on a when condition, what I did is I did task date and time. I set those date and time, and task name also I set the task name. So similarly, what we are going to do is we are going to achieve add completed task list. I'll say activity. So I'm going to create in the activity. Okay, and I'll get rid of this one. Right now I've created activity. Let me create that activity. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's create and open. Now what will happen? I'll just save it, and I'll, just to make sure I don't miss it, submit, and I save it here. Okay. Now here, what I should do now, like I told you, always you go with a sequential manner. Now what is the sequential manner? Now what I say, when I click on check and I say complete, that's where I want these two to come here and get deleted from here, right? So that means definitely I need to loop this pending task details by doing a for each kind of thing. And then what I need to do, I need to put a condition where I need to check whether selected is true. Then only you delete from there and then add in here, right? Now let's do the exact same way that I just told. So what you need to do is I need to loop first, right? Now what I need to loop for each top level or for each embedded page. If you remember my basic video, I told you to always go for a for each embedded page for a page list property. So I'm going to go for a for each embedded page, and I'll do a submit here. Now which one you want to embedded page, you need to give this embedded page, right? Now that's where you're gonna go and tell that I want to loop pending task detail page for each, right? And then okay, what is the condition? Only you loop them when the checked is true, right? Now because the step page context is already changed, right? Now what is the step page context? So if I go here, what is the step page context? The pending task detail. The context is whatever the pending task detail will be referring to. Now let me open the pending task detail property, and so that I can show you what is the step page context. The step page context would be XYZ PEGAhut data hyphen task detail. Hence, because that context has changed, so all I need to do, go when condition, enable this condition, go here. The moment I click, because the context is changed, I'm gonna go get the directly XYZ PEGAhut data task detail. So I'll say checked equal to true. Right now, if checked equal to true, then continue when, else I'll say skip step. Right? Okay, checked okay, if checked equal to true, continue where, else exit activity. Because what I'm saying, because if nobody checks anything and try to complete, I don't want anything to be executed, so I'm directly going to exit activity, right? So now here, oh sorry, I think that is gone. Again, I'll just quickly write it. So check equal to true, submit, continue when, exit activity. Okay, now my loop is all good, right? I put the loop in nice way. Now there are two ways you can write the code over here. I'll show you both the way. First thing, I'll do a property set directly here at this set, right? Now I'll say property set. When I expand, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that in this section, right? This section is completed task detail. Now completed task detail, if people who haven't seen my data transform video, anyway, I'm gonna link. I'm gonna give you guys the link so that you can also go ahead and see. But people who hasn't seen, this completed task detail is nothing but a page list. Right now, if I open this one, this completed task detail is nothing but the page list with the same page definition. Now, to add this page list in the activity, what I need to do is obviously, so okay, here the step page is pending step page. If you would have seen my earlier session, I said when you change the step page, the context change. Now to again come back to the or again accessing the property from this particular class, I need to write primary. You remember? So if I put a dot here, you will see only the property that is inside of pending task detail. So what I need to do is I need to write primary, and then I need to see the moment I write primary and I put a dot, then I got completed task detail and pending task detail. I'll say completed task detail, and then what I should do, if you remember, I told you you should always do append and last in the same format. Append, last and last. So before append, I'll just get those value, because if you write append, then you won't get those value. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to put append here. Now what you want to do append? Sorry, not, I don't need checked, obviously I need the task name. So sorry, I'll say task name. Now here I'll say append, right? Task name. Now okay, what task name I wanted to put? Whatever is there in the pending task data dot task name. Now my step page is already changed. All I need to do, put a task name over here. That's it. Now what I need to do for the other variable, which is my 1 second, dot task created date time. Here I'll put a current date time. Here also I put append, but append is wrong. I just told you that first one only append, second one should be last, right? Now here what I should be putting is I should be putting the current date and time, right? So I'll just see. So what I did, I looped this pending task detail and I put a when condition. If checked equal to true, continue when, exit the activity. Now here I say property set, right? Now in property set, what I told, in the primary dot completed task detail append dot task name, you set the task name, and in the primary completed last means you already had an entry. On the same entry, just add the task date and time to current date and time. Now I'll save it over here and I'll show you whether it is working or not. Right now, if I go to do task, I'll save this one. I'll create another case type just to make sure that it takes the activity. So here I'll say ABC, just add task XYZ add task and PQR, let's say. And then if I click this, if I say completed, then obviously it came over here, ABC XYZ, and obviously the current date and time, right? Now, if you remember, the other thing is which we need to delete. Okay, I'll show you delete. But what is the other way that I wanted to show you? The other way is, instead of doing property set, let's say if you want to define this in a different way, right? So let me, I'll say, I'll add another entry. I'll copy this entire code, okay? and I'll paste it over here. Okay, so let me comment this one. The other way is you don't do property set directly here. You can get rid of that property set. Okay, here. Now if you get rid of property set, what will happen? Obviously, so what you can do, you loop them, then you can add a child step here, add a child here. In that child you can do a property set. Okay, now here you do property sets. So basically what property set you do? You do the exact same thing. Nothing rocket science you are going to do. You are going to do exactly here, and you are going to put a task name here, and then you are going to put the exactly same name here. Okay, and you are going to put that current date and time. So what it does, basically it loops, right? So basically it loops, and when the condition is true, right, when the condition is true, basically it goes and execute the child element. So here you have written that in the parent element, here you are going to write in the child element. That's the only difference you are going to do. Okay, you are going to change. There is nothing else. Now there are two ways that you can do. I just wanted to show you both the way. Now here what we are going to do is we are going to execute again the two. You don't need to create any more cases. So you just can add another task, and then you just put these two, and you see the other. Okay, something happened. Let me see why it didn't come. Okay, maybe I need to just quickly refresh it. Discard. I'll just create another thing because I haven't deleted those tasks, right? So it hasn't got refreshed maybe. So I'll put this one. So if I select here, if I say completed, can you see it came, right? Now so I have shown you both the way, and you can do whatever you want, way you like. I tell you why this way is better for this section, this setup, because see here what I'm going to do is I'm not only going to set those values from pending task detail to completed task detail, I am also going to delete that object. So to delete that object, yeah, so if you remember the method is you can use this property set, or you can create another property set. Okay, another property set, and here what we are going to do is we are going to set like if you remember how to delete a object, py deleted object to true, py deleted object I'll set to true. So what will happen is here for every pending task detail, it will go, I mean whatever you checked in, it will go and try to set those values first, and it will set this py deleted object to true. Now once it is done, then you come out of the loop. So that means you need to enter another one. Here you need to do another property set, and here what you can do, you can execute that the method that we just get you that method directly. I have already shown you guys in the data transform, right? Let me get that method directly instead of finding it out. So basically, not this one, sorry. So basically remove deleted object pending task detail. So what I'm going to do is I'll say this one, and I'll say param dot remove, right? If you would have seen my data transform video, I've explained them clearly. So I don't want to spend time here explaining the same thing. So I'll just do a save. So basically what happened, if I recap, so basically it loops, it checks the when condition, it set the property here, and it set the property so that you can set this py deleted object of pending task detail. Because see, when you have put a step page, and anything underneath is going to run in the context of this pending task detail. It won't run the context of this particular class. Now pending task detail context which I have shown you, so everything is going to run in the same manner. Now you might be thinking why I should put two property set. Can't I do directly over here? Can't I just put like this? Yes, you can put that. And you thinking that okay, we can save one step. If you're thinking that is correct, but for me, to write a better code, it is always good to be good to have a readability perspective of whenever somebody sees that code, right? Now if you see here, by putting two property set, I can clearly mention this step sets the value to completed task detail, and here I can clearly say this step sets the deleted object to true. So that way what will happen is sometimes it is always good to differentiate, or create another entry which is logically not setting together. So here this is logically sitting together, but this is not exactly the logically sitting with this guy, right? So that's why I've created another entry, and to make the code look like more better way, so that if anybody wanted to come and read your comment and based on that they wanted to change or enhance, it will be easy for them. Now let me run that one to see whether it worked or not on whatever we have written. So let's say I'll say I need to go to market and I'll add task. I'll say buy egg, go for shopping. I'll add that. So what I'll do is I'll also turn on I'll see if my tracer is on. Yes, my tracer is on. I'll play the tracer, and the moment I check this two and I say completed, if you see it didn't go. Let me see why it didn't go. Now if I go to tracer, now if you could see here, okay, so now if you see pending task, I got one element here, I got second element here. Okay, let me close this. I got second element here and I got third element here, right? Now the first element, if you see, the condition is true, right? Now because the condition is true, what will happen is ideally it should set this task. If I see this one pending task detail, now because the condition true, now py deleted object also got true, right? It successfully, if you see, py deleted object got true. Now second one is also true. Now if you go here pending task detail 2, the py deleted object should be setting to true. Yes, that is true. Now yes, the third one is the problem. So if you see, now because the condition became false, it exit the activity. So now if you remember, initially what we did is we put a condition here that if checked is true, continue when, else exit activity. And because it exited the activity, it didn't execute step 3, which is the main reason why it didn't remove from our pages. Because this is the delete object is happening in 2 steps, right? First step is when you are setting this py deleted object is true, then you are removing the deleted object from that page list, right? Now we set this one fine, but we haven't removed them, right? That's the reason. So here what you should do, you should be doing a skip step here, so that it will skip the step and it will add the detail. Now if I go ahead and create another one, I hope I saved it. I'll save it again. Now if I go ahead and create another one, so save and run, and then let's say need to go to market and buy egg. Just as add these two, I'll say 1 completed. You see it is gone from pending task list and it has got in the completed task detail. That's it for today. Hope you understood, and if you got any queries, then feel free to email me or put them in comment section. So stay tuned for my next video, which is activity part 3, advanced learning. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button if you learned something from this video or you like the way I have explained, and leave me a comment if you have any queries or feedback for me. That is going to motivate me for sure to post more videos. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and click on the bell notification for my new video updates. Like I tell always, sharing is caring. So do share with others so people who do not know about my channel will be benefited. See you in next video. Thanks everyone for watching.